name Convito, it's an ancient Italian word meaning banquet, and it's the total spirit of the Italian meal. And truly, that's what it means to me. And the whole combination of a market, the wine shop, to be able to sit down and eat a lovely meal at the same time was really my inspiration.
Convito Cafe and Market is a great place to experience food and wine in both dine-in settings and also for takeout or catering delivered to your house. Giving our great food and dining experience for our local community means a lot to us, and we're excited to be able to carry it on in a family tradition and keep it in the family.
It is wonderful having it as a part of the family.
So, Calvin, you said that Convito is a meal that you can always count on. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, it's a family-owned and operated French and Italian restaurant that focuses on the southern region recipes of those two places. And I think that there's a broad spectrum of different types of food that you can have. The flavors are always unique. And
so what are some of your favorite dishes to get here?
I love the fettuccine with the 4 cheese sauce with mushrooms and prosciutto, and the bolognese sauce, which is also a staple there, and the calamari, which is also something that I love. Those are, staples on the menu that people go back, time and time again.
David, you had the bolognese. What'd you think?
My experience was mixed. The bolognese, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island, and for every one person in Rhode Island, there's 2 Italians, and we know bolognese. And I thought everything was really fresh, Calvin. I thought the food, the pasta the pappardelle was absolutely fantastic. I just felt the sauce was lacking a little flavor, and my wife and I, we love a lot of flavor that just really bowls us over, and it didn't do that for us. I don't know if it was because I'm used to bolognese that has maybe a little pork in it or maybe a little sausage in it.
Right.
It was good, but it just wasn't outstanding. I think the fact that it was fresh made up for the fact that it was lacking a little flavor. But I would have liked to have had something, punch me in the stomach a little more. Came to that.
Well, Annie?
Well, I'm definitely with Dave. I felt like we had the escargots to start, and I just felt like I really like my escargot to have a little bit of a more salty flavor. I felt like throughout the entire stay there, I felt like an impulse to grab my salt shaker, and I am never a salter. Yeah. I never salt anything. I also had the fettuccine with 4 cheese, although I did ask to hold the prosciutto, and that probably would have given it a little bit more of the salty taste.
To it, yeah.
But, my favorite thing of everything that I tried was the Caesar salad, and I'm not much of I'm not a Caesar salad person, but it was more flavorful than I felt like everything else was.
I did have the mussels to begin with, and they were outstanding. I'm from Rhode Island, like I said, Italian food and seafood we know. The mussels were fresh. They were the sauce was amazing. I picked up the bowl and just drank the sauce. It was.
Especially with the bread, yeah.
Especially with the bread. Yeah. So we went through about 8 loaves of bread, and we downed that sauce pretty quickly. But those were fantastic.
So, Calvin, this restaurant's a little bit of everything. It's a market. It's got the deli, the cafe. So when you go in there, are you there for the restaurant side? Do you pick stuff to go? Like, how do you utilize this restaurant?
I do both. I think it's a treat when you can have, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You can take it to go, and you can also go and sit down and have a nice meal.
Well, the restaurant is owned and operated by mother-daughter team.
Yeah.
So Nancy and Candace. And so tell us about them.
They're just a great family, oriented people, very professional. And like you guys were saying with the, like you felt like it wasn't enough flavor or not enough. They kind of want you to be able to experience what it is as it is. Yeah. And then, if you need a little more solid, you need a little bit of that, you could probably talk them into doing it. It's like, it's that type of place. Like if you really felt uncomfortable, you probably could have said something and they would have tried to, you know what I mean? I'm not sure if you did or you didn't. No. But they're just very welcoming people. And
maybe. I just felt like they played it so safe. Uh-huh. And that's really probably my biggest complaint about them is I just felt like it was like, put some spices on my food, damn it. I don't mind. You can do it. I don't have to do it.
And I think to your point, Calvin, is that I think in Italy, a lot of areas I'm told is that they keep the ingredients pretty basic. Right. They don't want to overwhelm you necessarily with flavor. I might go back and just check it out again to see what I can bring home with me.
Annie, what was sort of the crowd like?
Did you blend?
I did not blend.
I don't think any
I
of us.
did not blend.
Very suburban.
It was incredibly suburban. I felt like it was a little bit of an older crowd. Definitely a lot of people who were laid back and relaxed, as opposed to me.
Definitely not a wild and crazy crowd for.
The restaurant's located in Plaza del Lago on Sheridan Road.
Right.
Kind of, a little happening little shopping area. And there's a cute little China store next door. I mean, could somebody maybe come up for the day and spend some time there and eat and kind of shop around?
Exactly, and that's kind of like the point. If you're not in the city, it's a nice meeting place between the two without going all the way to the city. There's plenty of things to do up on, the North Shore as far as like the Botanic and Ravinia.
The drive up there was nice too.
Yeah.
Driving along Lakeshore and then through Sheridan.
You get a feeling that you're not even in Chicago anymore.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. You feel like you're, a beachfront community almost.
Yeah.
And it was really just a pretty drive through Evanston, and I'm an out-of-towner, so I wasn't used to, that drive, and it was really nice.
Well, Calvin, you recommended Convito. Tell us, give us your summary.
I think it's a really great medium place between like the city and the northern suburbs that creates a environment where you feel welcome, and there's just a lot going on in a laid-back setting.
Annie?
I felt like the portions were good. The atmosphere was very nice. It was a lovely place, but I felt uncomfortable, and I felt like the food was a little bland.
David?
You live in the Wilmette or surrounding area, and you want consistent, fresh Italian, French food, I would definitely, check it out.
All right, well, you can shop while you eat at Convito, Café, and Market, 1515 Sheridan Road in Wilmette, 847-251-3654. They're open for lunch and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $30.